Welcome back to today's More Report. Charles Perez on Thursday, the 8th of September, with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Antic Markets, looking at Eurodollar now, and it is ECB day. And a bit surprising, we're actually seeing a little bit of an upside move on Eurodollar. It looks as though it's going to test that 12.69 level that it sort of hit yesterday. It's actually testing it as we speak. This is interesting because this is coming ahead of the ECB, and normally the markets would be relatively sort of cautious in front of the ECB because of the what the ECB might do, but there is a bit of an upside angle anyway to the momentum indicators. The stochastics rising is the classic. The crossover buy signal is sort of pulling higher. Last time this happened was July, and that started a nice strong run higher actually. So I mean the move is still progressing in that, and the MACD lines picking up as well again, having sort of unwound back towards neutral. So these are positive indicators, but I am surprised that it's happening ahead of the ECB. Although we haven't got too much of a breakout yet. And in fact, we haven't broken out, I should say. But this sort of consolidation that we've seen in the last sort of day and a half, where 12.69 has been that resistance, and it sort of isn't yet breaking out above that. And it's sort of coming, as I said, with the ECB in mind. Now, generally speaking, the ECB tends not to be able to, or has in 2016, tended not to be able to pull the euro lower, which is against what Mario Draghi would want. The ECB would certainly want the euro to be lower to help with trade issues and such like. But it doesn't seem to be a really significant depressing impact on the euro in the ECB meetings. In fact, this sort of market tends to be fairly dovish moving into the ECB meetings, and the ECB doesn't tend to sort of meet those expectations. So that's why the euro starts to sort of push higher again. Now, with that in mind, I think the euro is actually fairly positively configured. It's trading above all the moving averages on the daily chart, trading above 111 figure, which is the sort of longer term pivot line. Momentum indicators, as I said, near term aspect is pretty positive, pulling higher. So it's sort of suggesting that the euro might be sort of travelling back towards the top of the range again, which is above sort of 14 figure. 13.75 to 14 figure tends to be where the sort of resistance lines start to come in on the euro. Tends to be where the sort of resistance through 2016 has tended to hit 13.75 and sort of 14 figure area, and it could well be that we're sort of moving up towards there. But obviously, I think the ECB will create a lot of volatility today. But on a technical basis, you'd certainly argue that there is a definite argument for pushing higher on this one. So looking to probably use, I mean, again, I'd stress this on a technical basis, you'd be looking to use intraday sort of corrections as a chance to buy. And I think as long as the euro holds up above 111 figure, I think it's going to remain pretty positive on a on a medium-term outlook. Sort of moving below 111 figure, if that were to be the case, and the euro and the ECB did sort of pull out a massively unexpected dovish move, then that would be sort of more of a negative move, and I think below 1050 would be you'd be starting to look negative again. But holding up above 111 figure and would be positive, and I think ultimately 1266 is testing that intraday resistance level around 1270 that we saw yesterday, and I think a breakout above that would reopen 1340 initially. 1340, which is that sort of end of August high, but ultimately it certainly looks, I think, relatively positive in terms of technical outlook on euro dollar. So moving into the ECB, looking okay. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later, I think.